guys, welcome back for another Indie Talks Thursday. Looking back in the review, I keep looking at this tattoo. Remember what you put me through. Tonight we have another awesome, amazing artist that we're going to be sitting and talking with, Nam Jonez. I see you in the building. Just waiting for my co-host to come through. I can't do this, but I miss you. We have somebody. All right. Everybody's in the room. Where do we go? So we're gonna have everybody, all the guests, so everybody come in. Super excited to have this conversation tonight. Confusion is what you do. Need to stay you through the tears because it's so complicated. There we go. This is what you made it. Something I can't explain, yeah. I can't ignore. It's complicated. I'm so frustrated.
Hey.
Hi, boo.
Hey, wow, that's so
All right. I love this green.
Thank you. Feeling like shmoney.
Yes.
Hello, everybody that's coming in.
Hello, guys. Welcome. So we are on our 6th episode of Indie.
We're 6 already?
6th episode, yes.
Oh, dang, time flies.
I mean, especially when you're having fun. Right?
Yeah, hello.
All right, so I know our guest is definitely in the building, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to send a request. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I know as everybody coming through, thank you for all of the love, the support. So tonight we're going to be speaking with no other than Nam Jonez. Okay, first of all, Billboard charting artist.
Yes.
Jonez. Okay, so let's see.
He just recently got an award for Billboard.
Yes. So we're going to go ahead and send his request so he can be able to join in with us and we can get this started.
Hey, how are you?
Hi.
Hello. Good evening. Well, I know for you it's early afternoon.
I'm back.
Because I know you in Cali. I know with got the bright old sun over there and nice weather, beaches, everything. All right. Danielle, you good?
Yes, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm having a little technical difficulties. I'm good.
All right. So, guys, once again, thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of Indie Talks. Listen, you already know what it is. We're sitting down with some of the most fabulous and most inspiring artists, independent artists, those who is doing a thing. Okay. I mean, not only is he charting, I mean, he wear multiple hats. He's a singer, he's a songwriter, and we just want to give it up to you. Welcome to the show, Mr. Nam Jonez.
How y'all doing?
Of course. Thank you. We're doing good. And we black, highly favored over here.
And highly favored, yes.
I love to hear it.
Blessed, black, highly favored.
Listen, I love it. First of all, I love the background. The Luther, the Michael.
Yes, the vinyl.
I'm saying it has to be here.
Respect.
It has to be here. You have to wake up every morning to, know where you come from.
Yes. Listen, I love that. You got the blueprint right in the back over there. I love it. First off, so let's go ahead and jump into this. I know that, you are originally from Washington, D.C. You're in Cali now. First of all, talk about you, give us a brief story and how you really got started. Because I know you come from a musical family. So, kind of talk about your background in music and how you see the differences in style of music, being
Absolutely.
From Washington and
so
also
I'm
now
from
being
DC,
in Cali.
where go-go is the king. I was raised in church, as most R&B singers are, and I was raised in a church, and that's where I get my soulfulness. That's where I get my musical tribute through my family. My grandfather played all types of instruments, and he sang, and I watched him train my aunts and uncles on how to be musicians and singers. And I recall being a young kid at 5 years old and looking at my aunt saying, "How they singing like that?" And I used to go into the and sing church songs. I recall my first song being "Victory Is Mine," actually, and I used to say, "Victory is mine, victory is mine, victory today is mine." And my aunt was like, hold on, she said, you got a little something in you.
Listen, don't get it started now.
You know what I'm saying?
About to get the tambourine and everything.
So, you know, it's like, you got a little something in you. And I was like, do I? I was like, I don't know. I was just trying to sing like them. So that's really where I got my first musical influences. My family they are the best singers I know. They are the best musicians I know. I love them dearly. So that's where it came from, my family. And so if I don't know if I'm moving too fast, but to transition to LA, okay. It's different here. Of course, there's a lot of musical styles. Everyone here who's a musician and wanted to do their thing, and but you can get lost here, but you have to remember to be yourself, remain true to who you are.
Mm-hmm. Okay, excellent. Now, so you had the realization that you were told that you can sing and that you wanted to sing like your family members. At what point did you know that you wanted to do this for real?
So it was in high school, actually, that I realized that I want to do this for real. I actually was in concert choir and gospel choirs. And I sung the national anthem actually at my homecoming. And that moment, because a lot of times people would in school, believe it or not, they was like, I was an athlete. So they took me as an athlete, not a singer. So they took me so then I was like, well, how could I get people to listen to me? So I said, you know what? If I sing the national anthem, they have to shut up and they have to listen to me. Everyone, you know, so that became my message. So I said, if I sing the national anthem, people have to listen to me. So I went to my music teacher and said, I sing the national anthem at the Pratt rally in front of my whole school, which was the most nerve-wracking thing to do. So I did it, and people was like, oh my goodness, you sound good, man. So that really said, I can do this. I can inspire people. And even me singing the national anthem, this girl said, oh my goodness, you made me cry. And I was like, I ain't never know I can make somebody do that. So and from that moment on, I said, I'm pursuing this, and this is what I want to do.
And you say that because I think about like when she sang the national anthem at the Super Bowl, and that just like that emotion, like I felt like just like I wasn't like around then, but just like replaying and watching her videos like on YouTube of her singing, it's just like so I can understand like
you know. And speaking of the national anthem, I'm going to actually break the news here on your show that that I will be. I don't have a date yet, but it's confirmed. I will be singing the national anthem for the South Bay Lakers. Here in LA, so that's exciting.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Amazing. Yes, congratulations. And so I want to get into the part because not only are you an artist, you're a songwriter, and you also started young. So in the midst of you not only pursuing to sing and to be an artist, but in songwriting, what was it the most, I guess your first connection into wanting to realize, okay, I can not only got to sing, I can really, the skill.
And I did poetry. Teacher Mrs. Jones would have me write poetry all the time. And so I wrote poetry, and I recall going on a field trip to Baltimore, and there was mountains, writing a poem saying, I may not live in a house on a hill. And I started writing, and I turned that into a song called I'm Real, because I may not live in that house, but let me tell you that I'm real. So I turned it, and I was like, I can turn my poems into music. And I started to do that. How I started writing is from poetry.
All right. And
now, since that you've been in LA, earlier you spoke about like it's so easy to get lost because you know there's so much talent, so many musical artists out there. How do you kind of like, I guess, find your lane or not get mixed up in the shuffle with everybody in LA?
That's what I do. And I don't know, I can't speak for everyone, but me, be yourself and just be grounded in who you are, because you're unique. You don't have to be like someone else. And I actually had to learn that growing up. I used to say, well, I don't sound like this and I don't sound like that person. But it was until I realized that I just be me and sound like me and find my own voice is which made me me. And when I learned that, I was like, well, it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing because I am me. I am Nam Jonez. I don't care what any other artist is doing. That's why when I step on the stage, I'm in command because it's me. It is me, and I'm going to be real.
Okay.
I love it. Now, since now that you're older and you know all the experiences that you have in transitioning from one location to another, and then also meeting all the people that you meet, talk about the most challenging moment that you had as a creative.
The most challenging moment I would say is, well, moving out here is not being around my family because my family inspires me. So not being around them is really challenging. But I talk to my mom every day, actually my dad almost every day. Thank God I have them. And the most challenging moment, actually, well, moving out here was what I was afraid of was losing people in my life. And I moved here, and believe it or not, I lost all of my grandparents within the last year, all of them. And so I lost all of my grandparents, and I was
so
like,
sorry to hear that.
God, I didn't want this to happen. Like, and this is the very thing that prevented me from moving here before. And so, but I also know that my grandmothers are watching me and they're guiding me. And that's why I feel like these things are happening for me, is because I have these ancestors who is pushing me, guiding me, speaking to me, praying for me. So that's why I believe that this is happening. But that was challenged. That was the most challenging thing, I would say, moving here and in the transition. Years now.
How long have you been out in LA?
Yeah, I actually moved in the middle
so you started
of the
when the pandemic happened. You went out to LA. Oh, how did how did you know?
You know, I was working a 9-to-5 job on Capitol Hill, and I recall being in my office, and I was like dying every day, and like quickly. And so I was saying to myself, it happened. Would I be happy? Like, I'm like, I won't be. I didn't really pursue my dream as I want to. So take faith. You know, you have the faith of the mustard seed, as the Bible says. You have to have that faith of a mustard seed. And I have the faith of a mustard seed. So I said, let me step out and just do it. So I came out here. I actually had no job. I actually quit my job and came out here with nothing. And I just did what I had to do and had faith. That was it. And it was rough during the pandemic, of course, but I had faith. If I could speak to somebody, I would tell you to have faith, believe in you. But you have to have faith and you have to have work ethic. Because without work is what?
Baby. Yes, that was a word right there. Oh, we need some organ.
Let me find out we're gonna have a service going on.
You know,
we need an organ. Hold on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's absolutely true.
That is amazing, and I think that sometimes, you know, we talk to a lot of artists. We talk to those who are just beginning in their career, those who are more advanced in their career, and I think the one thing that is so important that sometimes, because there's also artists who start and don't really know, you know, what it is, you know, what direction they want to go into, and how they really want their sound to come together and really reach the niche market that they're looking for to be able to reach, right? And I think that's so important, because I think sometimes people just have the ideal of the fact that, you know, I know music is something I want to do, but they don't realize once you get into it, like how hard you have to
do work. Yeah, you got
to really doing it. Make it work and put that work behind what it is that you want and where you want to see yourself go. So I think that was very important to definitely hear. I think his camera is
might be getting a phone call.
Oh no, hopefully you don't black out.
Oh Lord.
I don't know. So all right. But that's good so far.
Yeah, we're doing really
good. You know, he's giving some really good stuff. So we'll see. He's gonna come back. Sorry, guys. Sorry. So I'm quite sure.
Be patient.
Yes, come back in. But I can't wait to talk about this EP, because I'm like, I want to know who heard him.
And they
Okay,
start getting into the zodiac signs. I'm like,
I was like, hold on.
with the Leo.
What Leos do?
What don't they do? The child, anyway. No, you're a Leo. Sorry.
Hey, sorry, I don't know what happened.
No problem, no problem. I was like, oh, this is getting good. Okay. So, I had made my little statement about, what you said was definitely very important, and, how some artists really start and, don't really understand the trajectory in which they want their music to go, or the direction or the sound that they're, see fitting for themselves. But, the one thing I love, and I love to hear, is work ethic behind your faith. You got to work, people. You got to work.
You must work and educate yourself on this music business. I know a lot of people, just think of the industry portion of it, and they think of the singing and the performance portion of it, which is important. But the business aspect of this, what we do, is very important. You don't want to get taken advantage of. I'm sure you've heard of many stories from legendary people up till now, of people taking advantage of them. And you want to know everything that you can know. You're not going to know everything, but you want to just keep educating yourself. Sometimes I spend all night long listening to YouTube videos of people talk about contracts and 360 deals and anything in music. So I really study this. And so I think everybody should.
Have you ever experienced getting taken advantage of so far in the music industry?
Well, I educate myself enough that I think I'm getting away from it. But yeah, I haven't, as I've heard other people, but I have not yet. I would say no, not yet. No, I don't.
Okay.
Well, thank goodness you haven't. Yeah. And with that being said, like, how important is you having a good foundation, a good team in regards to, because, we take a look at, because obviously when we're interviewing, we research everything from start to finish. And obviously your marketing, everything, the way that you're presented as an artist is A1. So how important is to really have a really good team to help you, especially being independent?
It is very important. The team makes you go. The team is the people. It's not just you as an artist. And a lot of artists have to get out of that mentality that it's just them and they're going to make it work, because you can go look at the biggest artists in the world. It's 100 people behind them to make that one person them. And so even behind me, it's people behind me, helping me, speaking to me, speaking, life to me, education to me. There's a lot of things that I don't even know. And it's very important. I have lawyers and people that in the industry that I reach out to, and just connecting and networking. And I have a team of people who's just helping me. And that's the reason why I even made it to Billboard, is because I had a team. And if it wasn't for them, that wouldn't have happened. And if it wasn't for their knowledge, that wouldn't have happened, because I didn't really know how to get there, but I knew somewhat of what I have to do as an artist, and but I didn't know all of the business things that it took to get there.
All right. Okay. And speaking of Billboard, oh, sorry, Danielle, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go. No, I wanted to get into his project, because I was about to say, speaking of Billboard.
Go right ahead.
I wanted to get into your project, Complex. So you released Complex last year. Tell us about the process of recording, the inspiration. I want to get into Leo a little bit. But...
Yeah, because I'm a Leo, and you have me in my feels.
Well, I'm not, so I was fine.
I was like, which Leo hurt you? Not us.
In love with a Leo. Didn't wanna let me go, yeah. Took some shots at my ego. Loving you always hurt more than it did me good. Yeah, I love that song.
That sound like something a Leo would do.
Believe it or not, I'm actually a Leo.
The shade. Okay.
You said you're a Leo?
Believe it or not, I'm actually a Leo.
Ooh, so you took my
Yeah. Shout out to the Leos.
But yeah.
Yes.
Shout out to y'all, I guess. No, but but no, I wanna talk about the project and the whole process of it.
Yes.
Yeah, so first Complicated was the song I released as a single, and That came from, I wrote that on my couch when I moved to LA, actually. I wrote that on my couch, and I was just thinking about complicated relationships that we're all in sometimes. I'm sure y'all can relate. You know what I'm saying? You know,
you see the eye twitch.
You know, it's like you're single in a relationship or it's complicated. You know, most people are like, this thing complicated. So sometimes it's not even just about the relationships, the loving relationships. It's about your relationships with your family and your friends and your job. So all of that,
even with yourself.
With yourself, exactly. It's just about relationship overall. So of course I'm an R&B singer, so I got to relate it to like R&B, you know, love. But so, but it's things get very complicated, and that's why I wrote it. And I just sat down on my couch and I was just like, it's complicated and I can't even explain it. And I remember saying that, and I was like, and I wrote it down. And that's what I tend to do when I write songs, that it just comes to me like that, or I hear something and say, and then I just write it down and I come back to it later. But that's how I wrote Complicated. So then I started writing the rest of my project, and then I just named it Complex but I made Complicated the leading single because that's what I wanted to do. So then there's other songs like I Wish You the Best because it's complicated, but I wish you the best. And then there's other songs called Better Off Without You. And those songs, to me, it's like a FU album. Like, I don't need you. I'm independent.
No, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Like, it's like, I don't need you. I wanted to inspire people to be independent, to be them. You don't have to depend on nobody. You don't have to, like you can wish somebody the best. I wish nothing less. I hope you got everything that you ever wanted. Deuces, you know what I'm saying? And I even put 2 weeks notice in there because even your job, sometimes you got to wish them the best and put your 2 week notice. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting my notice in. I wish you the best. I resign. You know, I resign. I'm resigning from your hatred. I'm resigning from your bad energy. I'm resigning from whatever energies you bring in. I'm resigning.
What is the organist? Jesus. Somebody's a durn.
You know, my grandma said I was going to be a preacher, but you know, I maybe in another life. I ain't about that life.
Listen, when I tell you this EP is everything, and so first off, let's kind of piggyback a little bit because Complicated, number 2 on iTunes, number 12 on Billboard, right, for R&B. First off, congratulations on that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Complicated.
Yeah, shout out to Complicated.
Yes.
Hold on, today.
And I just want you to, in that moment, just kind of
Can I say something really quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Today is actually the Billboard charting day. Actually, that Complicated was charted on Billboard. So this is a celebration for Complicated today. And hold on.
Yes.
And it'll be the anniversary for Complex 2 in 2 days, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You deserve all of your flowers and keep going. Oh my goodness, you got this, King. And I just wanted you to kind of describe about that moment, you know, once you saw that, hey, you're a charting artist. And that feeling just to know that you wrote something that, you know, individuals, like not only men and women, like we all can relate to.
I didn't know that it was going to chart like that. I didn't know. I was planning for it to be great, but I did not know where it was going to land or anything's going to happen. I didn't know. Even the night that it came out, my best friend called me and said, you know, it was on number 6 on iTunes. And then the morning I woke up, my former colleague said, bruh, you number 2. And I'm like, it's crazy. And so then when the Billboard charts came out, I'm looking like, wait a minute, what is going on? Like Drake and God,
nothing but God.
And it's like all these people, and I'm surrounded by all this greatness, and it just feels so good. And also, like, I'm an independent artist. I don't have the major record labels backing me, pushing me forward to those moments. Right. So it felt so good. Even to this day, I don't know. I'm looking at this plaque right here, and I'm like, that's me on there, and I can't believe it. I dreamed of this, but I still can't believe it. And it feels so good. I'm so blessed, and thank my team for helping me get there. And we got more to do.
Yes.
And that also just goes to show independent artists, like, you can do it too. Like you don't need to be signed to a major label to be charting on iTunes, to be charting on billboards, and to receive plaques and accolades. Like, you can do it as an independent artist. You just have to put in the work and have what? The faith.
The faith.
Exactly. And I want to ask you, because we have so many different artists that have been in major deals that went independent, or some that just stayed independent. If the opportunities was presented to you and with the right deal, would major be a road that you would take, or you would just completely say no, independent is the way?
I am all for being independent, but like if the right deal presents itself, I will read through that right deal. My team and I will read through this
if the
deal.
money's money in. Yeah.
If the money is money in, and the vibe is vibing,
and the rights are good, like
and my ancestors speak to me, we will see about it.
Baby, go ahead, sign that contract, baby.
Yeah, like it just depends on, like I said, if the vibe is, vibing, and if everything is in alignment.
Okay. What are some things like you would look forward to if you were to sign, like with some requirements aside from like the money, the vibe? Like, what are some things that you want?
I would love to go on like a major tour. That's something that, because I am a live performer at heart. Like, I love the stage, and if you've ever seen me perform, you know that I love the stage. I love just being on the stage and feeding off the energy of people. It feels so good. Being in the studio, I love creating, but it's nothing like the stage. And maybe that's the church boy in me. Love the people saying, "Boy, you better sing." So that's where I just love that feeling, and I love the stage. So, but I would love to tour. Like right now, I am, shopping to be, at least an opening act for someone. If you're out there and you need me, listen, I'm here. Hit me up. So I'm trying to do that. So, but I love the stage, and if I was signed to a major, that's what I would really love to tour, and have that assistance to be able to do that.
Okay, amazing. And well, first of all, this is an amazing conversation. I love it. I love the vibe. Is everything. I want to also talk about, your any future projects. So I know you dropped Complex on last year, and I mean, it's everything. What can we expect from, if you're doing any new projects or upcoming projects in regards to music? And if the vibe is going to change, or you still going to give us that nice, relationship talk?
So, no, I'm still going to be with that relationship talk. I'm always going to talk relationship.
We love it. We need it.
Yeah. So something that's coming up next that I'm working on, actually, I'm releasing a Christmas song in November for the Christmas season. I just love Christmas music. So I wanted to do a Christmas EP this year, but it didn't work out. But I'm going to release a single at least. And then next year I'm going to release an album. So I'm going to take all 12 months to record one song every month. So I have 12 songs for the for the album next year. And after that, I'm working on my debut album for in 2023, which I'm so excited about. And it's talking about that relationship stuff that you like.
Yeah. Do we have a title for your debut album?
I don't. Not yet. I like to title.
Yeah, trying to get all the tea.
I'm just trying to get the scoops. That's all.
She trying to get the scoop.
That's Robbins, Okay.
But amazing. Definitely. We're looking forward to it, and definitely always keep us posted. We like to put new music releases out there that's going on. We love it. Is there any artist that
I will share it with you?
Of course. Thank you. Is there any artist that you feel like, you would love to work with, like whether if it's just a collaboration in the studio or just, collabing on a songwriting?
Absolutely. There's many artists that I would love to work with. Many. I would love to work with Babyface. I think
that would be good.
I think that would definitely be a good.
I can see that combination happening too.
Good. Yeah. Excellent.
I can see that happening.
Yes, I would love to work. Manifesting. Babyface, what's up?
What's today? September 15th. You said it. You're going to be working with Babyface. We're manifesting.
Babyface. I would love to work with Babyface. Actually, I love to work with so many artists, but I'm going to end it at Babyface. There we go.
There we go.
Now, when other artists are working with you, or you're working with other artists, what are some like requirements, or what are some things you look for to work with someone?
To work with someone, I just look for rawness. I look for real talent because, you know, I love to really sing. And I love for like lyrical content. What are we talking about? Because I love talking about relatable things, as you know, complicated, and I wish you the best and better off without you. I love to talk about relatable things. Oh, thank you for tagging Babyface.
Yeah. Keep tagging Babyface.
So I love to talk about relatable issues to the heart and relate to all types of people. And so in order for me to work with someone, that's what I like.
Okay. All right, that's good.
All right. So as we bring this to a close, I first of all, thank you once again just for giving us your expertise, your story, you know, and your music. Yeah, you gave a word. And I definitely just want you to kind of, you know, something for all the independent artists who are out there, who's either in the midst of the beginning of their career, those who are a little bit more advanced and who just finding it tough right now to continue. What words of encouragement would you give to them?
I would say, do not give up on your dreams. I don't care how young or old you are. Do not give up on your dreams, because people will make you feel like you're too old to do this, and you're not. You know, there's people, I'm here in LA and I see lots of people chasing their dreams and not giving up. And being consistent will win the race. You have to be consistent. And as I said a while ago, you have to educate yourself. Educate yourself, keep the drive. Do not, and I keep repeating, do not give up, because it is so hard. It's actually easy to give up. But it's hard to keep going. And I feel like I'm preaching again. But
let's keep going. We love it. No, but we love it. We love it.
Yes, it's actually easy to give up, but it's hard to keep going. And if you like, reach out to the nearest person nearest you, and you know, get motivation. Reach out to other people that's doing the same thing as you. And sometimes that is hard because people don't want to talk to each other. But find someone. DM me. I am not too big of a person to respond, and I kind of hate people that act like that. So I'm never going to be that person. I'm going to be responding. I'm going to be checking DMs, you know, and I really do that. And so I'm never too big to do that. And because I know how it feels for me to reach out to people. And now that I have this little blue check mark, you know, and I'm like, I actually comment on people that probably wouldn't have a person with a blue check mark comment. So because I'm going to do it, because I know that they're like, oh, who is that? I know how that feels, you know, just like Babyface actually did like my picture one time and commented. So yes. So that's why I like, and that makes the difference in that keeps, they were like, oh my goodness, this person, you know, and I like that feeling. So, but always chase your dreams. Do not give up and stay focused.
Stay focused.
Absolutely.
Listen, I love it. And Daniel, I have a piggyback question actually.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
And so we know that one thing about the industry, like this is something that we also talk about, we debate about as well, because we feel like there's such amazing talent that is overlooked because of the fact that sometimes the industry want numbers and they want, you know, a whole bunch of followers and a whole bunch of, you know, trends that you're doing. I just kind of want to get your take and thoughts on that, because I think that for you to be such a rare artist and have such amazing talent and knowing what it is to kind of maneuver, especially being an R&B, you know, can you talk towards, you know, the some of the perspectives in which sometimes the industry wants?
Yeah, that is true. The industry does want the numbers, but you can't worry about the numbers. You just got to you have to have faith, as I mentioned before. You have to have faith. You have to have drive. You have to have vision. You have to know who you are. You have to really, truly believe in yourself, educate yourself, as I mentioned before, and really know who you are. And if the numbers, you know, is the thing that's getting in your way. You educate yourself on how to get your numbers up. You know, there is ways to get your numbers up. There are, but is it the, you know, really what you want? Because you can have 1 million followers and only 100 people is really purchasing your stuff. You know, I don't want 1 million followers and 100 people purchasing my stuff. I at least want 500,000 people purchasing my stuff. So, you know, you have to think about that. And that's the business side of it. You know, think about that as well. So if I have 1,000 followers and 1,000 people is purchasing my product, then that's actually great. You know, that's actually great. Right. If you have 5,000 followers and 5,000 people is purchasing your things, that's actually great. Not having 100,000 followers doesn't really mean anything, because I just know I see the numbers.
Yeah, I think that's something that's always we talk about, because, you know, everybody talk about the, you know, obviously with social media algorithms and things and other that's going on, and how, you know, we have artists that actually said some of the majors came to them and was like, hey, you're good, but
yeah, you're not getting these.
You don't got the numbers that we're looking for.
Like, yeah.
Sure. So
I
just think that there's a missed opportunity for those who are missing such wonderful talent. And I mean pure talented artists. We're not just talking about somebody who just laid the track and they got on the trend and it just went, you know, where I'm talking about pure, long-lasting, legendary music like yourself, what you're making.
Yeah, that is true. You will go to labels and they will say, you know, your numbers are not up. Your numbers are not this. Your numbers are not that. Like me, I don't have 100,000 followers, which probably a label would love and look at. I don't have that, but I do have people who support me, and I do have faith, and I do have vision. Actually, I just want to bring up Friday. He just put out a song. Actually, he wrote the song, God did. So he wrote the song God Did with DJ Khaled, Jay-Z, Rick Ross. Like, so many people's on that song. John Legend. It's so many people on that song, but he's the one who wrote the song, right? For example, I had more followers than him the day before that song came out, and he got on this track, and it's the faith and the vision that he had for himself that got him in that room, got him on that track, and now he's, I don't even know how many followers he has now. Just go look it up. But so it takes that drive. He had that drive, and I know him and his team is doing their thing. So he has that drive, and he has that faith. I know he has that faith, and that's what I love about it. People with that faith. So you have to have that, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta have it, and you cannot give up. And trust me, I just want to say, there's many times. Sometimes I say I want to go back home. I do. And I talk to my friends, and I talk to my team around me, and they say, that's not an option. So I've talked to my God, and he says, I did not design you to go back home. I designed you to be out here in the world. I designed you to speak to the masses, to sing. So anytime before I sing, I say, God, use me as your mouthpiece. I don't care what room I'm in, what atmosphere I'm in. Use me. I don't care if there's alcohol in the room. I don't care if there's marijuana smoking everywhere. God's going to use me. And so sometimes people are like, hold on, where are we at? We at the church? Oh, we at an R&B concert, because I'm going to bring you all, like Fantasia.
Listen,
to a Fantasia concert, you'll know, like, she does the same thing.
He used the Jezebel. He used listen, he'll use you.
He'll let him use you.
Yeah. All right. We you know what? I'm done. We about to start it in here. I can't. I'm about to go find a musician real quick.
See, I'm glad the anointing is here. See, that I always go off atmosphere and energy, and that. Thank you for your guys' energy and your love and your appreciation for music and your platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This was what it's about. You know, we want to genuinely have something where we can support a lot of artists. You know, it's good that sometimes we can have the celebrity artists come through, but what we love even more is when we're speaking to those independent artists who, you know, listen, they were like, look, I done been through the nitty gritty up to my knees, you know, and they're really giving their stories and really shining light on what their artistry and what their creativity is. So first of all, thank you. We're honored to have you.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate
Honored to be here.
Of course. So first of all, guys, listen, it's been our times. But first of all, we want to thank Nam Jonez for definitely coming through. You have been a true inspiration. I think this is one of like the top interviews of all interviews that we definitely had. You know, we love the energy. We would love to definitely continue to connect. I know we're trying to come out for Grammys weekend in LA. So, you know, we definitely will. We have to see you. We got to see you. We got to meet you, of course. So, you know, definitely stay connected. You know, we definitely love the music and keep going. We're here to tell you, you know, keep going. You know, you definitely have it. And I think that, you know, I think just in time, you know, we look at artists like Jasmine Sullivan, we look at artists, you know, like Tiana Taylor and that who've been doing this for years and now are getting the accolade because it's their time. You will have your time. You will continue to rise, and your music will be something that we can listen to year after year, year after year. And I think it's all in time, and you have that. So keep on going. We are encouraging you to keep on going.
Thank you so much. And when y'all come here for Grammy Week, let me know.
Of course.
Yeah, you gotta reach out.
We definitely. So we want to say thank you so much, and then enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you so much. I'm going to see Kendrick Lamar tonight. Hey.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna
have an amazing time. Love some Kendrick over here.
You're gonna
absolutely
definitely love it.
All right.
Oh, it's about to be lit
so much.
Day.
Have fun. Be lit. I want to see
safe.
Instagram stories.
I'm gonna be posting. I'm gonna post.
All right. Well, go ahead. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy the show.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
Bye. And I knew
it wasn't too bad. It didn't zoom in too crazy.
Because I moved back a little. I had to prepare myself.
Ready, sis. You were ready. I love it. This was amazing. Love the energy. I mean, really from the penmanship down all the way down to the vocal skills that
the word we was getting.
Yes. I mean, Jack.
It was a word.
I was like, listen, I play the piano a little bit, but you know, we want to find an organist to come in too. But first of all, you know, this amazing, and I just love it. And he spoke a lot of jewels. He gave a lot of jewels, and so it's amazing. So thankful for that. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us. Thank you for definitely taking the time to listen. If you came in late and you missed it, you can follow it up on our IGTV and also our YouTube channel. So we'll definitely have it available, full interview available for you. So for those, and also tune in with us. We're back with our Music Mondays. We just started our Music Mondays, so you should be seeing that on our YouTube channel as well. So yes, all right, guys, we're back in full effect. So you already know what it is. You know, I'm your host, Aisha Lewis Redway, and my beautiful co-host,
Danielle Minks.
All right, so you already know what it is. What? Real music,
real style, and
real people. So guys, you already know. Until next time,
peace.
Peace.